Hello you lovely people, welcome to Everything Crochet and More. I'm your host Heya Patel, and this is the part 10 of our Crochet Evening Blooms Doily Centrepiece. Now in part 9 we finished with our rounds 18 and 19, and in part 10 we'll be making rounds 20 and 21. Now this is what our doily looks like at the moment. Begin with our round 20 with chain 3. So 1, 2 and 3. Now chain 3 done, and yarn over twice and put your hook behind this starting chain 3 and the first cluster stitch like so, and make one incomplete front post triple crochet stitch like so. Again yarn over twice and put your hook behind the same way that we've done with the first stitch, and pull thread behind and upwards and forwards like so. Then again yarn over once, pull through once and pull through twice, making our second incomplete front post triple crochet stitch. Now that done, yarn over once and pull everything through to make a cluster stitch. Now that done, yarn over once, put your hook in front of the first double crochet stitch of the next group of back post double crochet stitches like so, and now put your hook in front of the first double crochet stitch from behind like so. Put it between the first double crochet stitch and the cluster stitch and pull it behind like so, and pull thread behind and forwards like so and pull through once. Now that done, again yarn over once, put your hook between the first back post double crochet stitch and the next 3 back post double crochet cluster stitch like so, and then put it between that stitch and the third back post double crochet stitch like so, and get it behind like so. Then pull thread from behind in front of the cluster stitch and then behind again, then backwards and upwards like so, and then yarn over once and pull through once, making one incomplete back post double crochet. Now that done, again yarn over once, put your hook between the cluster stitch and the third back post double crochet stitch like so, then in front of that like so, and then pull thread through in front of the back post stitch and then behind and upwards like so, and pull through once, making our third incomplete back post double crochet stitch. Now that done, again yarn over once and pull everything through to make a cluster stitch. So here we have a back post 3 double crochet cluster stitch. Now that done, again yarn over twice and put your hook behind the next back post cluster stitch like so, and pull thread through from behind and bring it forward and upwards like so, and pull through once and twice, making one incomplete front post triple crochet stitch. Now that done, again yarn over twice and put your hook behind the same cluster stitch and pull through once and twice, making our second incomplete front post triple crochet. Now that done, again yarn over once and pull everything through to make a cluster stitch. Now that done, again yarn over once and we'll be making 1 half double crochet in the first half double crochet of the next row. So put your hook in the first half double crochet stitch like so and pull everything through. Now that done, now we'll be making 2 half double crochets in the second half double crochet stitch of this group. So put your hook in that stitch like so and pull everything through. Again yarn over once, put your hook in the same stitch like so and pull everything through. That done, again yarn over once, put your hook in the next half double crochet stitch and make a half double crochet. Now that done, again yarn over twice, put your hook behind the next cluster stitch like so and pull through once and twice, making one front post incomplete triple crochet. Now that done, again yarn over twice, put your hook behind the same cluster stitch and pull thread through forwards and upwards and pull through once and twice, making our second incomplete front post triple crochet. Now that done, again yarn over once and pull everything through to make a cluster stitch. Yarn over once, put your hook in front of the first double crochet stitch of this next back post double crochet stitch group and make one incomplete back post double crochet. That done, again yarn over once, put your hook in front of the next cluster stitch here and make one incomplete back post double crochet. Now that done, again yarn over once and put your hook in front of the last double crochet stitch of this group and one incomplete back post double crochet. Now that done, yarn over once and pull everything through to make a cluster stitch. Now that done, followed by again yarn over twice, put your hook behind the next cluster stitch like so and make one incomplete front post triple crochet. Now that done, again yarn over twice, put your hook behind the same cluster stitch and make the second incomplete front post triple crochet and yarn over once and pull everything through to make a front post 2 triple crochet cluster stitch. Now that done, again yarn over once, put your hook in the first half double crochet stitch of this 3 half double crochet group and put your hook in the half double crochet stitch like so and one half double crochet. Now we'll be making 2 half double crochets in the next half double crochet stitch. So put your hook in the second half double crochet stitch like so and one half double crochet. Again put your hook in the same stitch and a half double crochet. That done, again yarn over once, put your hook in the last half double crochet stitch and a half double crochet. So that done, again yarn over twice and put your hook behind the next cluster stitch like so and pull through twice to make complete front post triple crochet stitch. Then again yarn over twice, put your hook behind the same cluster stitch and one incomplete front post triple crochet. That done, again yarn over once and pull everything through. Again yarn over once, put your hook in front of the first back post double crochet stitch of the next back post double crochet group and make one incomplete double crochet stitch. That done, again put your hook in front of the next back post double crochet cluster stitch and pull thread through like so and make one incomplete back post double crochet. Again yarn over once and put your hook in front of the last double crochet stitch like so and pull through once to make one incomplete back post double crochet. Now that done, again yarn over once and pull everything through to make a cluster stitch. Now that done, so again yarn over twice. We'll be making a front post 2 triple crochet cluster stitch on the next cluster stitch. So yarn over twice and an incomplete front post triple crochet. Again put your hook behind the same cluster stitch and 1 incomplete front post triple crochet, followed by yarn over once and pull everything through. Now again, in the next group of 3 half double crochets, we'll be turning them into 4 half double crochets. So yarn over once, put your hook in the first stitch and 1 half double crochet. Again yarn over once, put your hook in the second stitch and 1 half double crochet. Again yarn over once, put your hook in the same stitch, and our third half double crochet is done. Again yarn over once, put your hook in the third half double crochet stitch, and our fourth half double crochet is done. Now that done, followed by again yarn over twice, and we'll be making a front post 2 triple crochet cluster stitch on the next cluster stitch as well. So put your hook behind that cluster stitch and 1 incomplete front post triple crochet stitch is done. Again yarn over twice and put your hook behind the same cluster stitch and another incomplete front post triple crochet stitch is done. Again yarn over once and pull everything through to make a cluster stitch. Now that done, now we reach the next group of back post double crochet stitches. So yarn over once, put your hook in front of the first back post double crochet stitch and make 1 incomplete back post double crochet. Now that done, again yarn over once, put your hook in front of the next back post cluster stitch and 1 incomplete half double crochet. Again yarn over once, put your hook in front of the next back post stitch and 1 incomplete back post double crochet. Now that done, again yarn over once and pull everything through, making a cluster stitch. Again yarn over twice and we'll be making a front post 2 triple crochet cluster. So 1 incomplete stitch done again, and a second incomplete stitch is done, followed by again yarn over once and pull everything through. Now that done, followed by again yarn over once, and we'll be making 4 half double crochets on the next group of 3 half double crochet stitches. So yarn over once and put your hook in the first half double crochet stitch and 1 half double crochet. Again yarn over once, put your hook in the second half double crochet stitch and a half double crochet. Again yarn over once, put your hook in the same half double crochet stitch and 1 half double crochet. Again yarn over once, put your hook in the third half double crochet stitch and 1 half double crochet. Now that done, yarn over twice and put your hook behind the next cluster stitch and pull through once and twice to make first incomplete front post triple crochet stitch. Again yarn over twice and put your hook behind the same cluster stitch to make our second incomplete front post triple crochet. Now that done, yarn over once and pull everything through. Now we'll be making a back post 3 double crochet cluster in the next double crochet group here. Yarn over once, put your hook in front of the first double crochet stitch and make 1 incomplete back post double crochet stitch. Again yarn over once and put your hook the next cluster stitch to make our second incomplete back post double crochet. Now that done, again yarn over once, put your hook in front of the last double crochet stitch and make our third incomplete back post double crochet. Now that done, yarn over once and pull everything through to make a cluster stitch. That done, followed by again yarn over twice and put your hook behind the next cluster stitch to make 1 incomplete front post triple crochet. Now that done, again yarn over twice and put your hook behind same cluster stitch to make our second incomplete front post triple crochet. Now that done, again yarn over once and pull everything through to make a cluster stitch. Now that done, again in the next group of 3 half double crochets we'll be making do 4 half double crochets. So again yarn over once, put your hook in the first half double crochet stitch and make 1 half double crochet. Again yarn over once and put your hook in the second half double crochet stitch to make a half double crochet. Again yarn over once, put your hook in the same stitch to make our third half double crochet. Now that done, again yarn over once, put your hook in the third stitch to make our fourth half double crochet. Again yarn over twice and put your hook behind the next cluster stitch to make one incomplete front post triple crochet stitch. Again yarn over twice, put your hook behind the same cluster stitch and pull through once and twice to make our second incomplete triple crochet stitch. Again yarn over once and pull everything through to make a cluster stitch. Now that done, again yarn over once, and now we've reached the last group of double crochet stitch, and here as well we'll be making our back post 3 double crochet cluster stitch. So yarn over once, put your hook in front of the first double crochet stitch and one incomplete back post double crochet. Again put your hook in the front of the next cluster stitch and make one incomplete back post double crochet. Again yarn over once, put your hook in front of the last double crochet stitch and one incomplete back post double crochet. Now yarn over once and pull everything through to make a cluster stitch. Now that done, again yarn over twice, put your hook behind the last cluster stitch like so and pull through once and twice to make one incomplete front post triple crochet stitch. Now that done, again yarn over twice, put your hook behind the same cluster stitch to make our second incomplete front post triple crochet stitch. Now that done, followed by yarn over once and pull everything through to make a cluster stitch. Now that done, followed by chain 4. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now with this we finish with the first repetition of our round 20, and this is what the first repetition looks like. So we'll have 6 groups of back post 3 double crochet cluster stitches and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and 5 groups of 4 half double crochets. So with this we finish with the first repetition of our round 20. Now we'll be making 5 more such repetitions to finish with our round 20. The last repetition of round 20 done. Now let's finish our round 20 with a slip stitch in the first front post cluster stitch. So now let's put a hook in the first cluster stitch like so and a slip stitch. Now with this we finish with our round 20, and this is what our centerpiece looks like at the moment with round 20 done. Let's give it a good stretch. And done. Now with this we finish with our round 20. Let's begin with our round 21. Now let's begin with our starting chain 3. So 1, 2 and 3. 3 chains done, yarn over twice and put your hook behind the starting chain 3 and the next front post cluster stitch of the previous round like so, and pull thread from behind and forwards and upwards like so, making one incomplete front post triple crochet stitch. Now that done, again yarn over twice, put your hook behind the same way like so and pull thread forwards and upwards, making our second front post incomplete triple crochet stitch. Now that done, again yarn over once and pull everything through to make a cluster stitch. Now that done, now here in group of our back post 3 double crochet cluster stitch, we'll put a hook in front of that stitch and we'll be making one back post double crochet stitch on it, like so. Now that done, again yarn over twice and we'll be making a front post 2 triple crochet cluster stitch on the next cluster stitch. So put your hook behind that stitch and make our front post 2 triple crochet cluster stitch, like so. Yarn over once and pull everything through and our cluster stitch is done. Now here we have a group of 4 half double crochets, and here as well we'll be making 1 half double crochet in the first and the second half double crochet stitch of this group. So put your hook in the first half double crochet stitch and 1 half double crochet. Again yarn over once, put your hook in the second half double crochet stitch and 1 half double crochet. That done, now in the third half double crochet stitch we'll be making 2 half double crochets. So yarn over once, put your hook in that stitch and 1 half double crochet. Again yarn over once, put your hook in the same stitch and a second half double crochet. Now that done, again yarn over once, put your hook in the next half double crochet stitch and 1 half double crochet. So with this we finish making 5 half double crochet on this group of 4 half double crochets. Now that done, again yarn over twice, put your hook behind the next cluster stitch and we'll be making a front post 2 triple crochet cluster stitch, like so. That done, again yarn over once and put your hook in front of the next back post 3 double crochet stitch, and we'll be making 1 back post double crochet stitch on it, like so. So put your hook in front of that stitch and put it behind, and then pull thread from behind in the front of that stitch, then again behind and upwards, like so, and pull through once and twice to make 1 back post double crochet stitch. Now that done, again yarn over twice and we'll be making a front post 2 triple crochet cluster stitch on the next cluster stitch. So yarn over twice, put your hook behind that cluster stitch and 1 incomplete front post triple crochet. Again put your hook behind the same cluster stitch and second incomplete front post triple crochet. Again yarn over once and pull everything through to make a cluster stitch. Now that done, again yarn over once, and here we have the next group of 4 half double crochets. Here as well we'll be making 5 half double crochets on this group of 4 half double crochets. So we'll be making 1 half double crochet in the first and the second stitch of this group. So yarn over once and put your hook in the first half double crochet, like so, and pull everything through to make 1 half double crochet. Again yarn over once, put your hook in the second stitch, like so, and our second half double crochet is done. Now in the third half double crochet stitch of this group, we'll be making 2 half double crochets. So yarn over once, put your hook in the third stitch, like so, and a half double crochet. Again yarn over once, put your hook in the same stitch to make a second half double crochet. Now that done, again yarn over once, put your hook in the last stitch of this group and 1 half double crochet. With this we finish making our group of 5 half double crochets. Now that done, again yarn over twice and a front post 2 triple crochet cluster stitch on the next cluster stitch we have here. So put your hook behind that cluster stitch and make a front post 2 triple crochet cluster like so. So the cluster stitch is done. Now again yarn over once and we have the next group of back post 3 double crochet cluster stitch. So put your hook in front of that stitch and we'll be making one back post double crochet on that stitch like so. Put your hook behind the next cluster stitch and we'll be making a front post 2 triple crochet cluster stitch on it. So 2 incomplete front post triple crochet is done. Yarn over once and pull everything through to make a cluster stitch. Now that done, now we have the next group of 4 half double crochets. Here as well we'll be making 5 half double crochets on them. So we'll be making 1 half double crochet on the first, second and the fourth stitch, and we'll be making 2 half double crochets in the third stitch. So yarn over once, put your hook in the first stitch like so and 1 half double crochet. Again yarn over once, put your hook in the second stitch and second half double crochet. Again yarn over once, put your hook in the third stitch to make the third half double crochet. Again yarn over once and put your hook in the same stitch to make the fourth half double crochet. Again yarn over once, put your hook in the last stitch to make our fifth half double crochet. Now that done, again yarn over twice and we'll be making a front post 2 triple crochet cluster stitch on the next cluster stitch like so. So 2 incomplete front post triple crochet is done. Now yarn over once and pull everything through to make a cluster stitch. Now that done, yarn over once and again in the next group of back post 3 double crochet stitch, we'll be making a back post double crochet like so. Now that done, again yarn over twice and we'll be making a front post 2 triple crochet cluster stitch on the next cluster stitch as well like so. Now that done, again yarn over once and in the next group of 4 half double crochets as well, we'll be making 5 half double crochets. So in the first, second and the fourth stitch we'll be making 1 half double crochet, but in the third stitch we'll be making 2 half double crochets. So let's begin. Yarn over once, put your hook in the first stitch to make our first half double crochet. That done, again yarn over once, put your hook in the second stitch to make our second half double crochet. Again yarn over once, put your hook in the third stitch to make our third half double crochet, and again yarn over once and put your hook in the same stitch to make our fourth half double crochet. Again yarn over once, put your hook in the last half double crochet stitch of this group and make our fifth half double crochet. Now that done, again yarn over twice, put your hook behind the next cluster stitch to make a front post 2 triple crochet cluster like so. Now that done, again we have the next group of back post 3 double crochet cluster stitch. So on that stitch as well we'll be making one back post double crochet stitch. So yarn over once, put your hook in front of that stitch and pull thread behind and upwards and pull through once and twice, making a back post double crochet stitch. Now that done, again yarn over twice and we'll be making a front post 2 triple crochet cluster stitch on the next cluster stitch as well like so. That done, now here we have the last group of 4 half double crochet stitch. So again here as well we'll be making 5 half double crochets on them. So yarn over once, put your hook in the first stitch and our first half double crochet done. Again yarn over once, put your hook in the second stitch and our second half double crochet is done. And yarn over once, put your hook in the third stitch to make our third half double crochet. Now again yarn over once, put your hook in the same stitch to make our fourth half double crochet. Again yarn over once and put your hook in the last stitch, that is the 4th stitch, to make our 5th half double crochet. Now that done, followed by again yarn over twice, and we'll be making a front post 2 triple crochet cluster stitch on the next cluster stitch as well, like so. Now that done, again here we have the last group of back post 3 double crochet cluster stitch. Here as well we'll be making 1 back post double crochet, like so. Now that done, now here we have our last cluster stitch of this repetition. So there as well we'll be making a front post 2 triple crochet cluster stitch as well, like so. Now that done, followed by chain 2, 1 and 2. Now chain 2 done, we finish with the first repetition of our now with this we finish with the first repetition of our round 21. Now we'll be repeating this pattern, everything that we've done from the first cluster stitch to the last chain 2 here. We'll be repeating this 5 more times to finish with our round 21. Now the last repetition is done. Now let's finish with our round 21 with a slip stitch in the first cluster stitch. So put your hook in the first cluster stitch, like so, and a slip stitch. Now with this we finish with our round 21. And this is what our centerpiece looks like at the moment. Let's give it a good stretch. And done. Now it's gotten so big, it doesn't quite really fit in the frame. So now that done, now with this we finish with our round 21, and with our round 21 we finish with the part 10 of our crochet evening bloom doily or centerpiece as well. So if you like what you see, then do hit that thumbs up. And if you'll have any questions or suggestions for us, please leave them in the comment section below. And do subscribe to our channel and press that bell icon for instant notifications on our latest video tutorials. And thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next part of this video tutorial. Until then, take care and bye bye and happy crocheting.